All right, thanks a lot, Wyatt. An almost billion-dollar mortgage relief settlement for Maryland found distressed homeowners lighting up the telephones at a new hotline center today. ABC 2 News' Jeff Hager has more on the delays and dollars tied to that help.
Foreclosures have already changed the face of many neighborhoods here in Maryland.
A lot of people in my neighborhood had a whole lot of times where they had to either get put out. A lot of colleagues of mine are homeless at this point right now because of that.
So are you underwater?
Yes, well, that's one of the banks that's part of the settlement.
Volunteers manning the Attorney General's mortgage settlement hotline handled almost 100 calls per hour Monday morning as Marylanders jumped at the chance to save their homes.
They've tried to refinance, they've tried to deal with the banks on their own and have been unsuccessful in dealing with the banks. Most of them talked about sort of really getting the runaround every time they contacted the bank.
With $960 million coming to the state to help people refinance or to lower the amount they owe, Consumer Protection Director Bill Gruen says the first order of business is seeing if you qualify.
Well, the settlement was with the 5 largest servicers: Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Citibank, and Ally GMAC. This settlement isn't going to cover everyone, even with those 5 servicers. Most significantly, it's not going to cover people whose loans are owned by Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae.
It could be 3 months or more before any mortgage holder gets any assistance, but operators at the hotline are offering these tips. If you don't have one already, you should get a housing counselor attached to your case by calling the Maryland Hope Hotline at 1-877-462-7555. Keep making your payments if you can, and make sure you open any letters or answer any calls from your bank.
The banks have an incentive if they get this relief out to people quickly under the agreement, and then there are penalties if they delay.
In Baltimore, Jeff Hager, ABC 2 News.
Now, if you need help, grab a pen. You can call the Maryland Attorney General's office for help. The number is 410-576-6300. If you lost your home to foreclosure over the last 3 years to one of the banks listed in the settlement, you may be eligible for up to $2,000.